Hello viewers, my name is Joel Austin, for those people who are watching for the first time. And thank you so much for those people who have been following and watching. And I'm sharing out my story, my real story. Everybody have their own stories. Everybody have their own past. But I believe I'm sharing my story out for the person to get healed. Now there's some people who have gone through some tough moments in the past and they have not healed yet. My story. Follow my story. Subscribe, like, comment. I know God will touch you. God will heal you. And follow us. From the last moment we left it when I'm now coming out of the class. Yes, coming out of the class. And it's like I'm really struck by shame all over me.
And rejection.
And rejection. There's nobody wants to associate with such a child, the big head is empty, the head is empty. Nobody wants to associate. Teachers and also students. But I know some teachers were there who they had good heart. But this one completely changed my sight.
Those words, you know, words mean a lot.
Words means a lot.
There's a way you can use words.
Yes.
You can use the words to build somebody or just
destroy.
To destroy.
And I think those words really destroyed what I was seeing in the future. And in fact, even I never saw anything in the future because in my world there was nothing like sight. There's nothing I could see because it's completely destroyed.
Yes.
What can I see? What good can I see? Even if I try to see a good thing, every single moment I go into different levels, they're being shattered. They're being, it's like there's something like coming like a barrier. It's barricading my sight.
And you see, when a teacher who is supposed to impart knowledge and understanding
exactly
calls you a big-headed boy with an empty head, you know, you can go to an extent of thinking that you're empty also.
Exactly. And I think that one also goes to the teachers. I think teaching is not just a skill, just to go and acquire there in the university
not
or
just
colleges.
A profession.
Just a profession. It's a calling. And it's something that you have to express out and also be able to touch those people you are teaching, those students.
I agree with you completely.
Yeah, exactly. They really have
teaching,
to express.
Teaching is not just a profession.
Exactly.
It's more of the heart.
It's more of the heart. It's a calling. You know, if it's a calling, it means that these students come from a humble or different background. And it comes in the school, and you are able to bring the students close to you, and you are able to make the child, you know, the student to open up. You know, the moment you bring the student close, there's nothing so sweet or vulnerable like a student seeing a teacher bringing him or her close. There's nothing precious like that.
So what you're saying is like, before you open the head,
exactly,
you have to open the heart.
You have to open the heart.
Before you unlock the mind.
Exactly. That student might end up in a place whereby also sharing some of the issues that are happening back at home. There are some of the things maybe are happening. Some students go through a lot. Some students
some of them come from broken marriages. People, some of the parents are in drugs and alcohol, fighting, and all those kind of things. You know, and you're there.
Exactly. I'm just there, and that is what is happening. I went back in class, still laughter, still the name. A big boy with an empty head does not know even how to read.
Wow.
It's like they're echoing the same one, and it's keeping on moving in my mind. And it's completely crushed me.
Yes, I
think those are the words that I can use for a moment.
You are crushed.
Those are the words. Being compressed, being crushed from within.
Yes.
And that is how I can express it. There's a time now we are doing an examination. And during an examination, and it's like, it reached a time whereby we were now writing a composition. And the only words that I knew was thee and they. And so I wrote the entire paper thee and they, thinking that I will get the same marks that I got previously when I was in that country. When I copied one of the person I was sitting with. And I thought I would get the same marks. But this time around I'm getting zero.
Zero.
I asked myself, this school is different From there,
I looked the same once in another school.
The same once,
and I got some marks.
It's like this school's different. And also that really at the outcome of the result, you know, after now doing an examination, the result comes out, and when the result came out, it's like I was the number last.
You are the number last.
I was the number last.
You defeated nobody.
I defeated nobody. And so now it is time when now they were calling the students who really did the best. They reached in my class. And it's like my class teacher shouted, if you're calling the first students who have done the best, also call the last three. She knew that I was among them. It's like she knew I was among the students, and she called out, and it's like she called out the first three, and when she was now calling the last three, she reached where now she was now calling my name, and she shouted, "You village boy, step forward. This is a school, not your village." And she added that this boy only knows the Luo. There's no other language he knows. Oh, he wrote to me in the paper, thee and they, in the entire paper. What kind of a boy is this? I felt there is a lot that there's no hope, and I felt as if that was a mental disability because of the laughter. I can't remember even today. The laughter, the way they were laughing and making noises and whispering, and it's like everybody is laughing. It's like it's a funny thing to them, which was hurting to me at that moment. It's something hurting. It's not something that to enjoy.
To such a mountain.
And you can feel the students who find themselves in such a situation. Maybe you have a certain disability. Maybe you cannot even express yourself well.
Yeah.
And that becomes such a laughter among the students. That is not the way.
That should not be.
People have feelings and people have emotions.
Yeah.
And so
it's a human being.
It's a human being.
Yes.
And whether words can make a difference.
Yes,
words can make a difference. You say a word to that kind of a child, brings or explode that thing, that ability, that potential out of that kid, or destroys that.
Or destroys.
Words are very powerful. Words are very powerful.
And you see, the word of God also talks about the tongue.
Exactly.
The power of the tongue.
Power of the tongue.
That it's a small thing.
It's a small thing.
James has really talked about that.
Exactly.
In James chapter 3.
Yes.
That tongue is a very small thing.
It's a very small thing.
But it is connected with the fire of hell.
Exactly.
It can just destroy. It can just also build.
Yeah. It can speak blessing or a curse at the same time.
So intentionally we are supposed to use our words wisely.
Exactly. Wisely. And I think my word is also being crushed and being compressed. It's being made tiny, and it's like I cannot come out of myself by the words that the teacher was saying, and the sounds and the embarrassment from the students.
Oh my goodness!
It really shattered me. I was completely overwhelmed by whatever was happening, and at that point, some of the students even commit suicide because of that nature of embarrassment. Because of that.
Just try to imagine, to cut you short a little bit, just try to imagine the world of Jabez.
Jabez is exactly Jabez in the Bible.
Were it not for the fact that he turned to God,
yes, exactly,
he could have turned to suicide.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody is saying, look at that guy.
Look at that
His
guy.
name means pain.
Pain. And pain was surrounding him everywhere.
And they are trying to discover, to find out, why did his mother call him that?
Exactly.
He turned to God.
So
I believe in you. Word can bring down somebody.
Can bring something. Can bring somebody down or up. And so there was no words at that moment that could bring me or shoot me up. I'm still locked from within.
Yes.
In the school, at home, everywhere I go, I'm shattered from within.
Something is shutting your life.
Shutting me from within. Shutting me from within.
And it's like from the one goal, just from the time you are on BB, everything is just shutting.
It's shutting. And so there's a time also I went back at home, and this also makes me to really bond with my mom. There's a time, I think it was because of the result I got. There's a time I was sleeping because at home we used to have 3 bedrooms. There was their bedroom, sitting room, and our bedroom. We used to sleep in the kitchen, and now there was a bed there. And in the kitchen at night, I was now asleep. I wanted to sleep, and in the sitting room, I was hearing an argument between 2 people here. That is my father and my mom. They're arguing, and it's like they're talking about me. And my father
talking
was
about you?
Exactly. My father was, at that moment they were.
They thought you were asleep.
They thought I was asleep, and it's like also they were talking in Swahili, not to hear them well, because they thought I could not hear. If they talked
in the Luo, you could
I could hear
everything.
I could hear everything, and they were saying, the man was saying, I want you to return this boy where you've found him from, and it's like.
Take him back to their country.
Take him back to their country. Take him back there. It's like I felt not wanted at in the place.
You knew.
And it's like my mom at that moment, that is the moment I hear my mom really standing up for her son. She stood up and she told my father, this is my son, and I will do anything. I will go to any extent.
To support
my son in education-wise, to support my son to get education. I will support my son. Even if I will go to these casual laborers, I will do that
for my son.
For my son. And so that stands for mothers. Thank you, Mom, for that. Yeah. That thing made me really...
The strength of a motherhood.
Bond with my mom.
And I really thank God for those women who have been fighting themselves in such a situation that they have to defend their child no matter what.
Yes.
You got married into a relationship, then your child is rejected.
It's rejected.
I thank God for your mom for starting out.
Rejection.
Yeah.
Rejection is following me everywhere. It's like I'm not wanted in the place.